at 3 p.m.
Clerk, please call the roll. Here.
Katie Valenzuela. Katie Maple.
Here. Testing. Oh,
Mai Vang.
I am here.
Phil Cerna. Patrick Kennedy. Rich Desmond. Sue Frost. Pat Hume. Mary Jane Lopez Taff.
Here.
Rob Brewer. Kevin Spees.
Present.
Tom Farmer. Garrett Gatewood.
Here.
Tanya Kravchuk.
Here.
Noel Mora. Bina Lefkowitz.
Here.
Saul Hernandez.
Here.
Jennifer Larrett. Portia Middleton. Sergio Robles. Linda Budge. And that's quorum with 9 members present.
Thank you so much. And if you
I'll
can
read
read the
this
meeting statement.
Yeah. This meeting of the Sacramento Public Library Authority is cablecast live on Metro Cable 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast Consolidated Communications and AT&T Uverse cable systems. This meeting is closed captioned and live streamed at metro14live.saccounty.net. Today's meeting will be repeated Saturday, August 24 at 4 p.m. on Channel 14 and can also be viewed on Metro Cable 14's YouTube channel. The meeting will also be recorded via Zoom. A DVD copy will be available upon request no later than 2 weeks following today's meeting. The full agenda, including reports, is available on the library website at www.saclibrary.org. Members of the audience wishing to address the board should complete a speaker identification form located at the back table and give it to the clerk. Members attending via Zoom should raise their hand in the Zoom program. Please speak clearly when addressing the board and state your name for the record. Comments are limited to 3 minutes so that everyone may be heard.
Thank you so much. And if everyone can please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you so much. Moving along to public comment on matters on the agenda. Are there any speakers?
No.
No, seeing none. Wonderful. Presentation, Friends of the Library. Hello, Devon.
Hello. How's it going, everyone?
Great.
So I don't want to waste too much of your time. I just want to say hello and thank you for the opportunity to provide the Friends with an opportunity to present on the work that we've been doing. A lot of our efforts have been focused on Measure E. I want to thank Karina Talamontes and Board Member Vang. Thank you both for your leadership on Measure E. I also want to thank on the Friends end, Jeff Rubin. This has been the hot topic for us, and we're going to continue to do this work. One of the goals that we continue to have as we present before this body is to highlight our affiliates, our friends that are doing the work on the ground. We want them to highlight what they do as friends and how they support their specific branch. So today we have Martin, who is going to be talking about his work at Colonial Heights. And so if you don't mind, if you could just have a couple minutes to talk about the work that he's doing there, and that will be our report. So thank you, Madam Chair.
Sounds like a plan. If Jared, after the presentation, an update on Colonial Heights. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. He's on Zoom.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Martin Rosenberg, although the attendee information indicates Lois Ann Rosenberg. I'm not sure why that's happening, but I'm a board member of the Friends of the Colonial Heights Library, which of course is an affiliate of the Friends of the Sacramento Public Library. As most of you know, our branch library, unfortunately, is closed for a while because of a fire a couple of weeks ago. Oh, no. Still, our branch members do help support the library as advocates for the Sacramento Public Library. Specifically, in terms of our support for our branch, we contribute money, which we raise from our library book sales, which have been curtailed at the moment because our sales are only in a space in the lobby of the library. However, we do have money available from donations and from other sources. We have contributed money for purchasing Lucky Day books for our branch of the library. We have donated $1,200 for this year. We also contribute money for materials and supplies. We also purchase snacks to help abate tension among patrons at the library. And we do also purchase and provide support for other programs such as Book First and gifts to other branches. We actually provide books somewhat from the Book Den for a little library project at the UC Davis Medical Center. And we generally support our library through trying to advocate for the library, as I mentioned earlier, and working on the Measure E project, which we certainly hope will pass. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions for me?
No, but thank you so much for your report back. And do I have any, I don't see any directors for requests to speak, so. Okay, thank you so much. And then update on the Colonial Heights Library.
Okay. Heather, should this be? All right. Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to provide an update on the status of the Colonial Heights fire and our recovery efforts to date. I wish I was here to talk about something different about Colonial Heights, but unfortunately this is the situation we're in. On July 26th at approximately 1:37 p.m., shortly after the conclusion of the Lunch at the Library program at the Colonial Heights Library, which took place in the community room, a fire broke out in the kitchenette. Staff immediately responded in action and were able to evacuate everybody from the branch. I'd like to give a special shout out to the Colonial Heights staff who are the true heroes of this incident. Xander Marquez, Claire Howley, Mandy Warren, Saul Stassi, Michael Vanell, and Annie Hoffman. They had the entire branch evacuated within a couple minutes. Fire department arrived 10 minutes later. Like I said, everybody was out at their checkpoints at their respective areas, so a huge, huge shout out to staff. The Colonial Heights Library is a little unusual in that this is the only library in the system that had a kitchen actually a commercial grade kitchen in its community room. This was made possible by a SHRA grant in 2015. There have been numerous, I can't count how many programs that we have had in that kitchenette involved cooking, and there were never any issues. So this was in fact a very isolated incident. The fire was determined to be an accident by the fire department in which there is no underlying cause or know why the stovetop was turned on, but no one has been found to be at fault, as is. It's just unfortunately something that happened. Unfortunately, though, it did cause severe damage to the branch, and I'm going to go ahead and outline some of that. So there was significant structural damage that was caused to the branch. It took out majority of the ceiling in the community room, the heating and ventilation systems in the community room, as well as a good portion of the electrical wiring that supports many of the subsystems for the branch, as well as building monitoring components. Unfortunately, while the fire was contained to the community room, there was widespread smoke damage throughout the branch. So this is a picture of the community room post-fire. Unfortunately, this is what it looks like now. So in the far right-hand corner, you'll see I have the arrow towards the kitchenette. When the kitchenette caught on fire, the fire was contained within the kitchenette, but it burned up into the ceiling, taking out most of the ceiling, the HVAC, and the other components that you can see that are destroyed here. This is what remains of the kitchenette. As you can tell, this was a pretty extreme fire. And you can see how the fire spread its way up into the ceiling. Once again, we're very fortunate no one was injured. This is actual video footage from the cameras in the branch. The whole branch was inundated with heavy smoke. Unfortunately, the HVAC systems did not turn off, and they continued to pump smoke into the branch for in excess of 1 hour before the power was turned off by the fire department. And this is what the branch looks like as of this morning. As you can tell, it looks fine because the fire was not in there. Unfortunately, the smoke damage was so severe that our insurance carrier, Liberty Mutual, has declared all contents of the branch as a total loss. So what this means is that the entire branch is going to have to be basically stripped down to the studs. All the contents are basically a loss for all intents and purpose. So all physical items, furniture, shelving, equipment, and unfortunately the books and materials. We are working very closely with the library's insurance carrier, Liberty Mutual. The city of Sacramento is working with theirs, McLaren's. Right now, we have claims totaling $1.5 million. This does not include any labor. I am personally working on this claim, and we hope to have a decision from Liberty Mutual within the next couple of weeks. Once we have settled on an amount, we will then start clearing out the branch. So this is a two-part insurance claim. The City of Sacramento is going to be responsible for the physical building itself, where we are responsible for the contents. Simplified, if you turn the building upside down, whatever falls out is the responsibility of the Sacramento Public Library Authority. In terms of recovery efforts and plans, we have stabilized the site. There has been a fence placed around the site. Electrical has been returned back to service. We have a 24/7 fire watch as well as 24/7 security. City of Sacramento and Sacramento Public Library have contracted with Belfour, a leading restoration company, and they will be instrumental in the initial cleaning out of the branch as well as the initial demolition of fire-damaged area. To date, work performed has been water extraction, air filtration, as well as electrical and plumbing restoration. We're working very closely with the City of Sacramento on the long-term plans for restoration and reopening. So reopening is going to take a while. So it'll occur in two phases. Phase one, which is going to take a year, will be to restore the main branch. We hope to have it open in 1 year, and then in subsequent years have the community room reopened to the public. In the meantime, staff have been working very diligently at providing services to the area for the Colonial Heights residents. We have increased our number of bookmobile stops, and currently we have additional bookmobile stops the first Saturday of every month at the Oak Park Farmers Market, second Saturday, the George Sims Community Center, the third Saturday, the Oak Park Farmers Market, and the fourth Saturday, the Tahoe Park area. In addition, our youth and early learning departments have increased their efforts at the Pinnell Community Center with weekly explore and learn activities for the community, and we've also increased programming at the Southgate Library, which is the closest library for the residents of the Colonial Heights. In addition, we're working closely with the City of Sacramento to see if we can have an interim, be it a trailer or some other facility put on the campus of the Colonial Heights Library so that we can have other service points there. In addition, our Colonial Heights librarians are working outreach on the weekends, embedding themselves in the communities and ensuring to continue with the Book First program. So as additional updates become available, we will be updating the board on next steps and restoration of the library. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask or reach out to me at any time.
Wonderful. I do have Director Maple.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you so much for the update. I was going to ask for this, so I just am really appreciative. As you know, the Colonial Heights Library is the only library that serves the Oak Park community, and even then, we know that it's a challenge for a lot of people to get over from District 5 to there. And so I really want to start by saying thank you to also the staff for their quick action. I mean, I think this easily could have been a much worse situation that impacted people's, bodies and lives, and it wasn't because of the fast action by staff, so I just want to appreciate them. And then you answered my first question, because I was going to ask about bookmobiles and how those could be best deployed, and you're already on it, which is amazing, and really a testament to your forward thinking. The last thing I wanted to bring up is, as you know, we've had discussions over the last couple of years about what would it look like to bring a library back to Oak Park, and we've talked about some initial locations, and those options are still on the table, and I wonder if this is not a really good time to maybe we can broach that conversation. Happy to help lead it with the city and the library authority to see if there's something that we can do in the interim, because a year is a really long time, and I know that's as fast as it can happen, but maybe there's a way that we can fulfill one need that we've already identified in the facilities report, which was that we need a library in Oak Park anyway, even with Colonial Heights there. But now it seems more urgent than ever. So I would say maybe some direction is that we work with city staff and see and identify any possible funding mechanisms that could be used to help make that a reality, and then we can talk offline about the building itself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Director Maple. Is there anyone on Zoom that has any? No? Okay. And I'm just really glad that no one was injured. I am very thankful that everyone is safe. I think that's the most important thing. So thank you so much for that report.
All right, thank you.
And executive team report. That's you again, unless
I'm
Jared.
going to be taking that one on.
Okay. Go ahead, Kathy.
So, yes, we had the tragedy happen at Colonial Heights Library, but the other 27 branches were still operating during July. And I wanted to highlight just a couple of other things on the executive report besides the Colonial Heights write-up. Lunch at the library was very successful this summer. And it went from June 18th through August 9th, and we served 10,343 meals at 14 different locations. We partnered with the Elk Grove Unified School District and Natomas Unified School District to deliver those meals. So all told, we did 400 library programs around this. We gave away 1,300 books with the partners of the Health Education Council, River City Food Bank, and Sacramento Food Bank and Family Service. We distributed 500 food boxes to families. And then we also were able to give opportunities to over 70 teens who helped coordinate the programs and earned $1,000 along with work experience over the summer. So overall, it was a great success. And like all of the initiatives that we do that are system-wide, it takes everyone from several different departments. I do want to call out the Community Engagement Department, the Communications Department, Facilities, Logistics, Youth and Early Learning, and of course, all the branch staff and volunteers that help make this happen for our communities. So since 2013, when we first started offering lunch at the library, we have served over 120,000 meals, and we hope to do that every summer going forward. Next, I would like to talk about a really great program that was offered at the Colonial Heights Library, obviously prior to July 26th. It happened on July 19th, and it was through a partner called Find Out Farms, who's a local farmer really close to the Colonial Heights Library. And his name is Farmer Matthew. And he went through a lot of different interactive tables with the kids. There were about 80 participants there. And we also had a local entomologist, Ralph Washington, who brought walking sticks, caterpillars, and giant cockroaches. So the kids loved it. They got to hold all the bugs and explore the flowers and really learn about a lot of the native flora and fauna in the area. And also it was a great time to really highlight all the seed libraries that we have in our system. And then finally, not part of the executive team report, but I do want to remind and invite you all to South Natomas's 30th anniversary, and that's this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Chair Talamantes, I believe you are speaking, as is the library director and the branch supervisor. And if that doesn't get you excited to go, there's also face painting and balloon twisting and cake. So you are all formally invited. And thank you. That sums up the report.
Thank you so much, Kathy. A great report. Look forward to being there. And summer reading, that ended on August 17th, or what was the date?
Well, we purposely aren't reporting on summer reading this month
Right, to
because
collect the
it
data.
officially ended August 15th, but through August 31st, because there's a lot of homeschoolers and people that haven't quite started yet, people are still reading voraciously and they're coming into the library and we're logging those books and we're giving away prizes. So August 31st is your last day to go in and get that medal. So
Got it.
September, you will all want to be here for that report.
Okay, the Olympics may be over, but they're not over in the summer reading challenge at the city of Sacramento.
Ever.
Okay.
You're always awarded for reading.
Thank you, Director Lefkowitz.
I just want to give the staff a shout out for the lunch at the library. Just so many of our kids go hungry in the summer, and the fact that you hire teens to help, it's a beautiful program, so thank you.
Wonderful. And I don't see any hands on Zoom, so thank you so much. Moving along, there's information items. Does anyone have any questions on information items? Seeing none. Moving along to the consent calendar. I know Director Lefkowitz has comments on 2, but I do need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Perfect. Director Lefkowitz.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I spoke with Jared, but I wanted to just share on the, and I fully support these items, but on the one related to classification and compensation, we talked about just in terms of the DEI efforts, making sure that the consultant is looking at ways to remove barriers for people in the community to apply for jobs, like providing alternatives to degree options. And then just looking at ways to create assistant level positions so people can, come in early and stay with the system and grow with the system. And then the second item I wanted to comment on was the policy regarding the usage of the facilities. And I thought it was great. I just wanted to recognize the staff for including the Friends of the Library as a partner in the policy statement. And I just think it's such a great partnership, and I was really happy to see that. So thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I don't see any comments on Zoom. So clerk, can you please call the roll?
Chantal,
Aye.
Karina Talamontes.
Aye.
Katie Valenzuela, Katie Maple,
Aye.
Mai Vang,
Yes.
Bill Cerna, Patrick Kennedy, Rich Desmond, Sue Frost, Pat Hume, Mary Jane Lopez Taff,
Aye.
Rod Brewer,
Aye.
Kevin Spees,
Aye.
Sean Farmer, Garrett Gatewood,
Yes.
Tanya Krapchuk,
Aye.
Vina Lefkowitz.
Yes.
Saul Hernandez.
Aye.
Motion passes with 10 members present.
Thank you so much. Item 9, reports, ideas, and questions from board members. Director Maple.
Thank you, Chair. I just wanted to, this was brought up at the beginning, but I just want to take a moment and really thank our Chair Talamontes and Director Vang for your hard work on Measure E. I know it's an ongoing process, and just thank you so much for taking the time to do this. It's really very important to everything we do here at the library, so thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, Director Gatewood.
Yeah, I would also like to put in a request for a library, if she's going to get one. Our city has none, and it's been about 35 years. So if we could have one in our city, maybe just a foot over.
Do you have a building identified?
We have tons. We have tons. We'll give, you got buildings, we got land, it's a little toxic. Just going to walk past that. It's fine. A little bit of cleanup. Hopefully they don't choose plastic particulates as a no-go. But if you're okay with that, and you don't drink the water, we're good. All right.
Thank you, Director Gatewood. Seeing none on Zoom, this meeting is adjourned at 3:26 p.m.